The IATF has eased quarantine restrictions for children aged 5 and above in areas under GCQ and modified GCQ. The health department says that a centralized vaccine verification system is now in the works, care of the Department of Information and Communications Technology, or DICT. The Freeman reports that Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte is now open to run for president in next year's elections. Agricultural activities in the Taal volcano island will now be allowed during the so-called window hours starting today. And in entertainment, global pop sensation BTS breaks streaming records anew with its latest hit, Permission to Dance. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. The IATF has allowed children in GCQ and MGCQ areas to go outside of their homes and enjoy outdoor activities. In Baguio City, this policy has been in place for months. Let's check in how the City of Pines is doing with our correspondent, Laila Pangilinan. Laila, how is Baguio City?
That's right, Sean. Baguio City has been allowing children to enjoy the great outdoors and experience outdoor activities prior to the IATF's move. Kids in the City of Pines have been allowed by the LGU to go out since October last year. Tourism Officer Aloysius Alec Mapalo said they have secured a clearance from health and city officials. This will also be the setup in most parts of the country following the approval of a new IATF resolution. The task force has allowed children aged 5 and above in GCQ and MGCQ areas to enjoy the outdoors. They may visit parks, playgrounds, beaches, as well as go biking and hiking trails. Kids may also enjoy outdoor non-contact sports, dine at alfresco restaurants, and visit outdoor tourist sites. Meanwhile, all fully vaccinated travelers are welcome in Baguio even without negative swab test results. The LGU reminded them that they may present their vaccination cards along with other travel documents. The Baguio Tourism Office said this will help the government in promoting COVID-19 vaccines. Before heading over to Baguio, one must register online via the Visita Baguio website. This allows the LGU to monitor the number of tourists as they only allow 3,000 visitors per day. A photo of the vaccination card is needed, and once approved, a QR-coded tourist pass will be given. Travelers need to present these to a checkpoint along the Marcos Highway before going through a triage. An officer will double-check the documents before giving a triage pass that needs to be presented to the hotels. Sean, limited activities for children here in Baguio City includes the one behind me. You see? Biking and, of course, giant swan riding here at the Burnham Park, and, of course, pony rides at the Wright Park. Though, I think parents will have to collect more patience in order for their children to be disciplined regarding with the health and safety protocols. But what's a little discipline when you're building memories with your children, right? So that's the latest here, Sean. Let's go! Halika na, fully vax ka na ba? Back to you.
Almost fully vaxxed. I wish to join you there soon. Thank you so much for that update from the City of Pines. That was Laila Pangilinan. And a centralized system for the verification of COVID-19 vaccination cards or certificates is now underway. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergeres said that the Information and Communications Technology Department, or DICT, has committed to come up with a vaccine database later this month. All local government units will be required to use the national verification system as part of screening of travelers.
It's digitized. Nasa telepono lang po natin. Meron lang ho tayong parang application at nandun na po yung inyong vaccination card, which can be verified by scanning the QR code.
The Philippine Statistics Authority says it is ready to provide assistance to the DICT whenever it needs it, particularly on the vaccine database. In an interview with One News Now, PSA Assistant Secretary Rosalinda Bautista also said that over 37 million Filipinos have already been partially registered in the national ID system.
Actually, the ICT is helping us with the systems for the implementation of the national ID. But if they tell us, why not? I think we can work it out with the ICT if they can make use of the national ID to actually validate or authenticate vaccination cards.
And shifting it over to politics, the PDP Laban ruling party has expelled 3 members for their supposed violation of the ruling party's bylaws and constitution. Let's get the latest on that from Deputy Secretary General Melvin Batibag, who joins us via Zoom. Attorney Batibag, I'm not even sure if I should be calling you Secretary General. How did you react to this news? Are you still part of PDP Laban? Sir, hi. I think you're on mute.
Yeah, hello.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, sorry, I'm smiling because I don't know, nabuwang na yata eh. That's a funny news. Kasi I actually don't want to give credence to that news because they have no authority to expel any member. The authority lies with the National Council and the National Assembly. So just like any other battle, nandun yan sa July 16 and 17 yan. I've seen the resolution. May mga nakalagay doon, clandestine. Meron ba namang pagtanggal ng kapartido na patago? So hindi pa pwede yun. So actually, that is a desperate attempt to make them relevant. Maganda yun eh, kasi para pinag-uusapan sila. But the answer is on July 16 and 17, we will pursue with our National Council and the National Assembly. Wala ho yan. That is, sila-sila lang yan. Ang pumirma dyan is the Committee of Senator Pacquiao. Sila-sila lang po.
All right, sir. So supposedly this Pacquiao-led National Executive Committee cited your, quote, allegiance to another political party as the basis for your removal. So, quote unquote, right? But like you said, it is not valid. So what can we look forward to come the National Assembly? You're still going to attend, I presume?
Kami po yung nagpatawag nun eh. Actually, I've signed our invitations. There's a lot of confirmation. In fact, I was on my way, I boarded the flight kanina, pabalik from Cagayan de Oro. I talked to our leaders in Cagayan de Oro, and they will be attending. So makita naman po yan. It's like 1 week from today, 7 days, makita natin yung attendance. Ginawa na po nila yan dun sa May 31 na meeting, wag umattend yan. Now, that's the desperate attempt. They're gunning on Secretary Cusi and me. And kaya po sinama si Yusek Asta because he's the chairman ng Committee on Membership na siya yung mag-govern kung sino yung mga dapat bumoto sa National Council and National Assembly. So, this is a desperate attempt and an attempt for them to upload yung pag-usapan pa rin po sila to make them relevant. So tuloy po yun. And we're inviting them to attend. Kung if they have really goods against any members of PDP, doon po nila ilabas. Hindi po yung ganyan yung gagawin natin.
Alright, so ano po ang maasahan pa natin, no? Sa July 16 at 17, magkakaroon po ba ng botohan para sa bagong liderato ng partido?
Yes, there will be an election of the new leaders ng party because it's due na po yan eh. Yung po nga mga nakapirma ron sa committee na yan, mga appointed po ni Senator Pimentel yan, tsaka ni Senator Pacquiao. Ang holdover capacity po lahat at kailangan magbotohan na po. 2 years lang po talaga ang term of office. So magbobotohan po. So by July 17, maybe hindi na natin alam if you can call me still as acting Secretary General kasi baka hindi naman ako maboto. So si Senator Pacquiao is free to run for any position on July 17. So tingnan po natin kung iboboto sila. Pero what I'm saying is, yung pong ginawa nila, they have no authority whatsoever under the bylaws. The only disciplining authority is the National Council, the National Assembly. Yun lang po yan.
All right, so would there be any weight to this manifesto that was signed, I believe, by 10,000 party members? Meron po ba itong timbang or weight in any way?
Wala pong timbang. Ano po yan? Diretso po sa garbage can.
Alright, so magkakaalaman na lang po tayo sa National Assembly on July 16 and 17.
July 16 and 17. So I'm calling all PDP Laban members to attend either online by Zoom or physically in Royce Hotel in Clark, Pampanga. Thank you.
Alright, thank you so much for your time. PDP Laban Deputy Secretary General Attorney Melvin Matibag for your time. Thank you, sir. And in other news, residents in communities surrounding the Taal volcano have been given window hours to harvest from their fish cages and farms amid the continued volcanic unrest. Greg Gregorio with the report.
A group of fishermen in Batangas prepared 12 sacks of feeds for their fish in Taal Lake on the first day of the implementation of window hours for fishing activities. Agricultural activities in the area have been allowed from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. starting today. Some fishermen said the 6 hours is now enough to feed their stocks instead of missing a day of feeding.
Kumbaga po mamamayat lang po siya. Tapos kinabukasan po, pag pinatuka na uli, marami na rin pong magiging hibay.
Ano yung hibay, sir?
Yung mga nanghihina pong isda.
Tas baka mamatay.
And
they also vowed not to violate the 2 p.m. deadline. Fish cage caretaker Rick Tenorio said they have no choice but to go on with their livelihoods amid the threat of the continuing Taal volcano's unrest.
Minsan nag-aalala rin, minsan halo din kasi nilalabanan na rin ng sistema kasi nga dito lang kami humuhugot ng kinabubuhay, di ka? Kung sa amin naman aalis, ano mangyayari sa buhay, paano na rin kami pinatay?
FIVOLCS has time and again discouraged activities within the Taal Lake as long as the alert level 3 is in place. But the Regional Office of Civil Defense has explained the need to balance the safety and livelihood of the people.
Right now, there are really activities na kailangan gawin like emergency harvest ng mga fishes, yung feeding kasi meron po doon ng mga fingerlings lang, at saka yung mga namatay because of the recent fish kill. If hindi po namin yung tatanggalin, mapopoison po yung lake.
The Philippine Coast Guard has also been informed of the newly imposed window hours for agricultural activities. Last Tuesday, PCG apprehended at least 30 individuals for collecting scraps from the Taal volcano island and going through the Taal Lake, where activities were banned due to the volcano's unrest. The Coast Guard now warns that permits of those who will violate the window hours twice will be revoked. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
Here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. The Freeman reports that Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte is now open to running for president in next year's polls. Prior to this, the presidential daughter has time and again dodged questions on her plans for 2022, citing the worsening COVID-19 situation in Davao City, as well as the lack of support from President Duterte. 5 political parties have expressed interest in forming an alliance with Mayor Sara's local party, Hugpong ng Pagbabago. 2 million doses of AstraZeneca vaccines from the COVAX facility arrived in the country this afternoon. This comes just a day after the arrival of 1 million AstraZeneca jabs that were donated by Japan. Meanwhile, 170,000 Russian-made Sputnik V shots will finally be delivered to the Philippines tomorrow. And international pop sensation BTS breaks the internet yet again with its latest single, Permission to Dance. The vibrant music video has reached more than 27 million views just 6 hours after its premiere. Permission to Dance is part of BTS's Butter CD single, which was also released today. It was co-written by British singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.